What's up, good folks? This is DSARD0079 coming at you once again for the first time ever with video. Thanks to SHAREfactory new update, but today I'm gonna talk about one simple thing. As a gamer, are you happy or not? And the reason why I'm saying this is because we're slowly upcoming on E3. And news of games have been dropping on the daily. It was almost seeming as this week was more of E3 than E3 is going to be, because we have more announcements in this week than we had in a long time. We got dates confirmed for games we didn't even know people were working on. We got dates confirmed on games that we knew that were out that we wanted to come to the West. And it's just been all types of stuff. I mean, like literally, this year has been chock full of nothing but games, but somehow, some way, people always find a way to pretty much say there's nothing to enjoy about gaming. There's nothing out to play. There's nothing to do. And I'm just simply like asking myself, as a gamer, are you even wanting to be a gamer considering all that we have coming out? I mean, yes, now granted, some games may not appeal to you, and that's, of course, if that doesn't appeal to you, then you're not the person I'm talking about. But I'm like, it's people out here that I know that may dabble in these games, or just afraid to even try some of these games. Then of course you got the fanboys, which we all know their agenda. They don't like anything just because it's on the XYZ console. And just, like this week alone, we had 2 games drop for the PS4. Well, actually, 3 exclusives dropped for the PS4, 2 of which I picked up. I didn't pick up the third one. Might pick it up later. But we had Atelier Sophie, Alchemist of the Mysterious Flying Book, and Odin Spear. Now, Odin Spear, everybody knows that's an old PS2 classic that they brought back from, those days to the PS4. It's on the Vita, the PS3. And it's pretty much just almost 2 games in one, because what they did is they gave you the classic Odin Spear that you remember from the PS2, and then they also gave you this one, which is the enhanced edition, which some added bells and whistles or whatever. So it's pretty much, you got almost 2 games from Atelier Sophie, JRPG with a long history. Of course, those games been coming out like clockwork, but doesn't mean that the games aren't good. It's a very grind heavy game from what I can tell. But as gamers, we have to, I'm not saying everybody has to, but at least go out there and try to broaden your perspective on things, because it's too much to play out here right now. And it's funny that I'm seeing people in these groups, in the Facebook groups, still say that there's nothing to play out here. And again, like I said, if you don't like it, of course there will be nothing to play. But if you're an open-minded individual and like trying different things, there's always something to play. Since the beginning of this year, last year, the year before that, I have literally run out of nothing to play, regardless. Especially on the PS4, it's just been chunking games at me left and right, and that's why I got a backlog now. So if you're one of those people that say, oh, there's nothing to do, nothing to play, I finally can't help you. I'm getting my, I got my PS4 day one. It's still kicking, ain't had no problems out of it since. And I have thoroughly got every bit of that $450 worth of enjoyment out of it, just because that's what type of gamer I am. I dabble in everything, regardless if I may like it or may not like it, or have some interest or may not have any interest in it. it's always great to try new things, and that's what's literally happened on PS2. And this reminded me of the earlier, PS generation was the PS with the PS2 in general, because the PS2 just chunked games out there to see what would stick, just like the PS1 did. And that's why I'm really getting this vibe from the PS4, as this is the return of what Sony truly is. Like PS3, they didn't really do it, but it was later and towards the end that they really picked up with the PS3. As far as dropping the RPGs and stuff, we knew that came from Sony. And now this year, it seems like the time for Sony to be the dominant force as far as RPGs and fighters. RPGs, fighters look like Sony is just straight dominating that right now. But again, like I said, are you happy as a gamer? I'm personally happy. I know a lot of people that I've socialized with are happy as gamers this generation. It always seems like the hate comes from people that are outside of this generation and don't see what we have, even though, like, especially with the PlayStation ecosystem the way it is, a lot of people really don't still see a reason to come over to the PS4, but there's honestly reasons to come over to the PS4, honestly. And as y'all know, I'm a PC gamer as well. I literally haven't had to buy a multi-plats this year on my PS4 as much as I used to, just because exclusives can take up the majority of my time. And that's weird that exclusives are really churning out this fast to where I'm just skipping over multi-plat games on my PS4 and just getting them on my PC, which is beneficial to me because I'm not spending that much on the multi-plats for PC because I'm getting them on the cheap and getting them, with everything else. But as of right now, I'm happy as a gamer. I'm satisfied as a gamer. I know there's a lot of people out there that are also satisfied with the current situation in gaming. It's just some people are going to be negative Nancy's about everything and try to nitpick everything. I'm not going to do that. I'm enjoying gaming, and I guess I'll touch on this before I go. The whole thing with Microsoft, y'all know I joke about Microsoft a lot, and about how their games are going to PC. It's a joke and it's also serious at the same time when I say it, because I feel like Microsoft is just almost sweeping their own product under the rug. And yes, it's going to be more money for Microsoft in the end, but it's like the Xbox is literally losing its identity. And people are okay with it just because it's like, okay, as long as Microsoft's making money, I'm okay with it and I don't care. It's like, be proud of the product that you bought, fight to keep your stuff on your console. It's just like if Sony was to one day say, okay, Uncharted, God of War, and this are going to the PC along with our PS4 version. I would legit have a problem with that, because you're losing identity as a console. Like Halo, yes, it dabbled in PC with 1 and 2, but it's legit been known as Xbox only from that point on. Now they're going back to it, and it's like, okay, now what's... People always conveniently bring up sales when they want to, but don't want to hear about sales when they're on the losing end. But I'm like, if you don't want to be on the losing end, then convince Microsoft to keep products on that system and don't port it over to PC, even though it's beneficial to them. It doesn't really, give y'all a leg in the fabled console war that people love to fight so much. But other than that, I'm happy with this gen. I'm excited for E3. Got a little bit of heads up on what to expect, and I'm just gonna keep I'm keeping all my reservations in check, because some of that still may not come to fruition, but I'm happy as of right now. I'm excited, and my pockets are crying. I literally had too much. But this is Mr. Stealth himself, DSAR0079, and I'm gone.